Hey everyone, it's Elena here, and today I am coming with you live to talk about our critical core activities. It is January 22nd, 2017. So we like to update these, but the critical core activities are pretty standard. They really don't go out of style. We might add some other things that are important, but our critical core activities will probably always stay the same. So I wanted to review these with you. There's Janelle Summers, our upline, also has a really great training on the critical core activities. So I encourage you to go to her training site. You can find it in FX5 Tribe. Get the login there. Go check out her critical core activities because it's basically what I'm going to be talking about today as well. So if you want to check out hers, check it out also. So I'm going to share my screen, and I wanted you to be able to take a screenshot of this so that you can have it with you. You can also download it in our FX5 Tribe, so you can see that. Go ahead and screenshot it. I'll leave it up for a second. In your new training modules, we also go over the critical core activities, and this picture is in there, so you can also check it out there, or you can ask Emily or I for those training modules. We'll be happy to get them to you. So with that, after you've got a screenshot, I want to just go over each one. And so the first one is personal development. And the biggest thing for being a coach, I'm just going to put it over here so I can see it too as I'm talking, is believing in yourself and always working on being the best version of yourself, and then sharing that with others. Because if you don't have the belief that you can do this business and you can help people, then people are going to see that and they're going to not believe in you either. So the biggest part about being successful in this business is believing that you can do it. Personal development is the biggest part of that. Always be having a book that you're reading or listening to. I love Audible. Emily uses that also. But Kindle, reading an old-fashioned book, paper, that's great too. But always be reading or listening to something, because that's relevant content that you can share with others, and it makes you better. So right now I'm reading Smarter, Better, Faster. And then Emily and I are going to pick out a book when we're finished with that. So we always try to choose something that helps us either with the business or personally, and we kind of go back and forth. So right now we're on Smarter, Better, Faster. It's about being productive and goal setting and how to do that in general. So it's a really fun book. We've really enjoyed it. And we'll be picking out another one as soon as we're done with that one. Other good books to start off with are You Are a Badass, No Excuses by Brian Tracy. Darren Hardy has some really great books. The Slight Edge is also really good. If you're having trouble with procrastination, Eat That Frog is also really good. So go check out those books. We have lists of books. You can always message Emily and I, and we will give you a whole slew. We go over it in new coach training as well. And you just got to be all into this business, you guys. The one thing I can say about this business is that you have to be consistent. If you're not consistent in this business, you take one day off or a week off, your business will suffer. So you really have to show up consistently every single day, and then your business will start to have momentum. So be all in. If you want this business to be a business, then you're going to have to be all in and show up even when you don't feel good, when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't, because that's when you're going to see progress, is when you're consistent. The second one is be a product of the product. So that's one of our vital behaviors. It's something we talk about often, either using Shakeology or the Performance Line, or certainly one of the workout programs. You always have to show the value. I mean, we're all about helping people, and there are other ways to get fit than a Beachbody product, but that's really what we're connecting people to. So we should be using them as well. We can do running. Emily and I still run. We still go hiking. We still do other things. But the core of what we're doing is Beachbody programs and products. So try out Shakeology. Try out the Performance Line. It's really fun. Emily and I are going to be doing the Ultimate Reset in a little while. So, we're really trying to showcase what these programs and products can do for people. And when you are showing people that journey and showing people what they can do, they can relate to that. So it's been really fun doing all of the different programs because it relates to different people. And when, I'm doing Insanity right now, that doesn't resonate with a lot of people. So when we do 3-week yoga retreat in the yoga studio or the various yoga programs while we're doing the Ultimate Reset, that might resonate with other people. So it's really important to be trying the different programs and going from start to finish with the program so that people can see the kind of results, see the kind of workouts, and see if it might be for them. So I really encourage you, if you have not picked a program and you're not going start to finish with a program, I highly encourage you to do that, because that's how people connect with us and they can resonate and they can really kind of see, try before they buy it, right? They can see if they like the program that you're doing from your workouts or from your videos, and they can see if they want to try it too. So one of the biggest things that all of the top coaches say is be on a program start to finish. So if you don't have a program, pick one. Emily and I can help you pick one that might work, and then make sure you know what's coming next. So right now I'm in the middle of doing Insanity, and then the next one, since we're going to be doing the Ultimate Reset in March, we're going to be doing yoga, probably the yoga studio and 3-week yoga retreat. So always know what you're doing now and then what you're going to be doing so that you can talk to people about it and it'll come up naturally in conversation. 3 is be working from a list of everyone you know. Okay, so your new coaches listening to this, you have to have a list. So one of your assignments, very first off, is to make a list of the top of every single person you know, every person you've ever known, and it should be at least 100 to 200 people. So if your list is shorter than that, then you're probably already weeding people off that you think are going to say no. Don't do that. A lot of people who I never thought would join me in this journey have joined me. And it was only because I worked from a list and I reached out to them. So make a list of 100 to 200 people, everybody you've ever met, brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles, people we went to school with, people you work with, people we went to summer camp with. Everybody gets on this list, and just start connecting with them, saying, hey, how are you? How have you been? What are you up to now? It's been a few years. What's new and exciting? And just start connecting with people. And then eventually it'll turn to fitness and nutrition, and then you can maybe offer them something that might help them. So make a list. Make sure you're tracking it. Make sure you have a tracking system, whether it's Excel or Asana, that's what I use, or Google Streak, Teamzy. There's so many things out there, but you have to be working from a list and tracking it. Reach out to Emily or myself if you are having trouble with following up and keeping track, and we will definitely do our best to help you. The 4th thing is increase your network by a minimum of 2 to 3 per day. Again, so this is where you're either friend requesting people or on Instagram, finding people through hashtags to increase your network. And you just have that list of 100 to 200 people. Are you friends on Facebook with every single one of those? If not, get going and friend request those people, 2 to 3 a day. Now, I will say, if you're wanting to work this business and you want to go far in this business, I recommend that you double that number. So double or triple. So what I do, I really want this business to replace my full-time income. So I'm sending out at least 15 friend requests Monday through Saturday. So I usually take Sunday as my rest day from work, and I just do follow-ups. But I'm doing 15 friend requests every single day, Monday through Saturday. Now, you don't have to do that if you're not wanting to work this business as much and just in it to be a hobby or part-time. Then 2 to 3 is absolutely fine. Or if you just started, this is your very first month, then 2 to 3 is fine. But if you want to go rock star status, I encourage you to double or triple those numbers. The 5th is ask at least 3 to 5 people per week if they've ever considered the business. So this tends to be the most difficult for new coaches, myself included. Until just recently, I felt scared and intimidated and fearful about asking people if they've ever considered working the business. And then I just realized that's really sad, because they're missing out on this huge opportunity to better their financial status, and I can help them with that. And it's really a gift at the end of the day. So remember that what you have is a gift, and you're just trying to share that with people. So if you've had someone that you're talking to that talks about how they hate their job, or they wish they were home more with their kids, or they hate their commutes, or they just work too many hours, then ask the simple question: have you ever considered doing what I do as a coach? It's been such a blessing, and in 2 to 3 years, maybe it could potentially replace your full-time income. Just something simple as that, and then go back to the regular conversation that you were having. But at least ask the question, because I guarantee you, if you never ask, they are not going to come to you, or not till very far into your business. So highly recommend, if you just have to ask the question. So you're not asking them the question after you've just said hello, but after your conversation has gone a bit and they've mentioned something about how they wish they had more money, or they have a lot of debt, or again, they hate their job. This is a perfect way to introduce the business to them. And then track your business and challenge prospects diligently. Like I said, you have to be tracking them. I've said that one already. So whether it's through Excel or Asana or Google Streak, you have to be tracking and following up. So in general, you can follow up in a variety of ways, whatever feels comfortable to you. I usually follow up with my people at least once a month. Or if I'm having a conversation, I'll make sure I'm checking in every couple of days. So whatever system works better for you is totally fine. Like I said, there's no cookie cutter way to do this business. It's what works best for you and on your time frame. So a lot of the top coaches will do what they call massive action, and they'll have 2 to 3 days where they do all of their follow-ups. So they might follow up with 30 people on those days for people who have been interested. So I like to space mine out, and I do my follow-ups in the evening when the kids go to bed. It takes me about an hour each day, and I'm just following up messaging or returning messages. So I do all of that in that time, 1 to 2 hours. Just depends on how many follow-ups I have on my list. So I usually do mine Monday through Thursday, depending what happens. Like I said, you guys, this business fits into what your life is like. So if I have days where I have to work late, or my kids have activities, then I'll load up and I'll do more follow-ups those days that I don't have those activities. So really find what's comfortable for you, find what works for your life and for your family. What we don't want is for this to completely consume your life, so that you're not having any family time or personal time, because then you'll get frustrated and it won't be fun anymore. And we want this business to be fun for you. So carve out some time and be diligent with your time. Treat it like a business, but also like a business, have some office hours where you do your work from this to this time, and then you're done. Turn it off, go enjoy your family, and the business will wait until tomorrow. So you don't want to ignore it. You need to find that balance, and that's just going to be what works for you and for your family. So if you need help with that too, I'd love to strategize with you, or Emily will be happy to strategize with you too, because it can be difficult. I've struggled with it myself. The next one is host monthly challenges. So you guys, this is so important. You have to be consistent and be showing up. If you're not running challenge groups, whether they be free or our focused ones that we do once a month, or backstage passes, then people aren't going to know what you're doing. You can privately message them, but it's nice to have it on your social media so people can, it's just kind of a reminder for them. It's planting the seed every time you have it. They may not be ready, but they're seeing it. And then it's planting that seed. And then maybe the third or the fourth time they see it, they're like, I'm ready now. I've had so many people who have reached out to me. They've never liked or commented on anything, but just because I've been consistent and I'm doing stuff every month, then they're finally ready. So you have to be hosting monthly challenges. You have to be posting about it. You have to be advertising it so that people know. You don't want it to be constantly, every single thing you post is about join me, join me, join me. You have to find that balance, but you also have to ask and you have to advertise. So minimum, when you're first starting out, you need to have a free group. that you're doing, because then it's no pressure, right? You just post, hey, I'm doing a free 7-day clean eating. Emily and I just got a hold of a really great 7-day eating plan. We're going to make sure we get that into your hands very soon, but we're going to be doing that for our next free one. Just, hey guys, who wants to be in a free clean eating group? Great, it's free. Get them all in there. Then you can go from there. And that's prospects, you guys, because then they get great results from that 7-day. And then they're like, oh, what can I do now? I had such great results. It was a fun group. Now what? Then it's perfect for you to say, yes, we're going to have a 3-week group coming up where we are laser focused on our fitness and our nutrition, and we're going to get even better results in that group. Would you be interested? And it's just a natural way to turn them into then challengers. And then now they've had the 7-day group, they've had the challenge group, and then they're like, wow, this is great. I want to keep going. What a natural way to lead with the business and introduce the business opportunity. So that's kind of the cycle we want you guys to go into. Free group, challenge group, and then introduce the business into as a coach. So nice funnel there. So we want you to be doing that. But if you are taking time off, if you're gone and you just disappear and you're not running any challenge groups, then you're not helping your current customers, number one. You're probably not as focused on your nutrition, number two. And number three, people aren't seeing it. So they think you've fallen off and they're just going to forget. Because people forget. If they're not reminded, then they won't remember. So monthly challenge groups are a must, and Emily and I have all of the scripts and all of the templates at our fingertips to give to you so that you can use them, and we don't care if you use them. Please use them. Modify them to make them your own if you like, but you can use them as is in your own groups. We're happy to have that available to you guys. The 8th one, we're almost done. We only have 12. The 8th is make sure that you're tuning into the National Wake Up Call and then Janelle's team call every week. And then if I do trainings or Emily does trainings, catch those too if you can. But most important is the National Wake Up Call and Janelle's team call. It's full of such great information. The National Wake Up Call lets you know what's happening in Beachbody and all of the deals and discounts and promotions. And then there's always really good speakers that have great content and nuggets for you to glean to use in your business. And then Janelle does really relevant trainings every week for us, and it's such great information. We just had one about how to get your coaches started right, and then how to reboot your business and get your business going so that it's thriving. So it's really great information. If you can only do 2 things, then I would get onto that National Wake Up Call and the team call. Bottom line, figure it out, get on those. You have to do it. It will help your business immensely, I promise. Number 9, messaging blitz and follow-up blitz at least once a week. Okay, so I already touched on that a little bit too. That's called massive action, and that's what some of the top coaches do, where they're following up with everybody that they've been talking to that have been interested and inviting them to the business or a challenge group or just following up. So like I said, I tend to do that daily. I break that up because it's a little less intimidating for me, and I don't have large pockets of time. I only have 2 hours to work on it at night that I've devoted, that I've said that's my focus time for that. So I do that Monday through Thursday, and then I'm done. I've gotten through most of it. So it spaces it out. It's a little less intimidating to me. So, but if it works better for you where you do that follow up 2 times a week, awesome. Whatever works for you, as long as you are following up and you are inviting people to either a challenge group or to a coaching opportunity or to a free group. Make sure you're following up. Number 10, make sure you're posting at least 3 quality posts per day. So if you're really wanting people to be drawn to your page, you need to post 3 to 5 times a day. And you need 3 of those to be really engaging, where you're either asking a question or you have a great picture or you're inviting to one of those things we talked about, sneak peek, coaching group, free group, or a challenge group. So you want to be interested in people instead of interesting. So asking a question, what's your favorite kind of workout, cardio or weights? Great one. But I will say, if none of your circle is fitness, then posting a fitness one probably won't get great traction. Posting something more about cooking or advice about what to wear is a great one. I've done some where I have to pick between 2 pairs of shoes. Which one? Facebook decide for me. Goes nuts. Other one is pick an outfit for me, and I have 2. That one always gets great traction too, because you're wanting people to just be able to see your posts. And so if it's a really engaging post, it'll get into the newsfeed faster. So make sure you're trying to get at least 3 that are really engaging per day. Now I have my fitness page and I have my personal page. So it's a little different. I make sure I post at least 3 times on my fitness page, but those are more fitness related, because if you have a fitness page, it should be mostly fitness related. And then my private page, I try to post something sort of fitness related and something more towards my family. So I could be better on that, but right now you only have your personal page. So make sure you're doing 3 to 5 posts per day, and you'll want them about 15% of them, 1 or 2 of those to be somewhat fitness or nutrition related. So it's a good formula. So it's not all Beachbody, because you don't want people to get annoyed, but we want people to know that you're on a fitness journey as well. So posting your dinner or posting a sweaty selfie or something like that, then posting later in the day about your family or your dog or your cat or the DIY project that you did, all are great posts so people can get to know you. That's what we're really wanting you to do with your social media, is have people get to know the real you. That's what it's really all about, is connecting and building relationships in a different way, so that when you're messaging people, it's natural. You know, you're responding to people who like to post, hey, thanks so much for liking my post. What about it caught your eye? And then you can have a whole conversation there. Number 11, we're almost there. Number 11 is build and effectively train and mentor your team. So that's what I'm doing now. Once you guys are starting to add coaches who are interested in building the business, that's awesome. So excited. Emily and I are here. You can plug them into our new coach trainings at first. And then we want you to do some of these things when you're ready to. But they can always join. They can always watch Janelle's team call and the national wake-up call they can listen to. And we have all of these trainings that we are more than happy to pass down to you. But it's giving them something to start with. And if it's our stuff, that's awesome. We're happy to share. We want to help you be as successful as possible. So never feel bad about using our posts or our links or our scripts. We want you to use them so it's easier for you. We did all that work to pave the way for you. So please use them. And then 12, be passionate and patient and never give up, you guys. So important. This business, like I've always said, and Emily says too, it has a 30 to 90 day lag. So the work that you're putting in on day 1 will come to fruition in about a month, and then 60 days, 90 days. I've had people who have been watching me since I've been on day 1, and they're just now saying yes. So it really is all about being patient, passionate, consistent, and never giving up. That's what's really important. So love what you do. Find your passion in this business about helping people be the best they can be, passionate about being your best self, and that will resonate with people. That will draw them to you, and you will have no choice but to be successful. So those are our critical core activities. I'm going to share one more time so that you can catch that graphic. If you didn't before, I'll leave it up for just a couple of seconds. I hope this was really helpful for you guys. I hope you found some value in it. Whatever questions that you have, please ask Emily or myself, and I will be coming back at you with some more training. So I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.